This is your AP Government video on social media. You know more than anybody, the advent of social media has been huge, particularly in the last 20 years. Social media was originally created as a way for people to connect with one another online, and then through smartphones as smartphones became more and more popular. But it is becoming a growing source of political information. People can put up their personal opinions, and they can very easily share information on platforms, which started with Facebook and Instagram and has now moved into all sorts of various social media, including things like TikTok. It is very easy for fake news to spread through social media because it's very easy to do clickbait. It's very easy to make memes of things that are not true. And then if we see them multiple times on our social media feed, the more times we see the same meme, the more likely we are to think that that is true. And if you believe and know the person who's sending it to you or who's liking a particular post, the more likely you are to think that it's true because you like the person and you trust the friend who posted that. So this is also generating a lot of ways for campaigns and pollsters to figure out how to target people in campaigns. They use robots, and these bots can sift through massive amounts of information about you based on your social media profile. So all sorts of social media companies like Facebook can gather information about you, very, very specific targeted information about you and what you like and what you don't like. They then can sell that to campaigns or polling firms, and they can target very specific ads about candidates to help you either like or dislike candidates. They are basically data mining all sorts of information about you through your social media posts. And this is also not just getting targeted advertisements for you, but they can also target misinformation. So if they think you're on the fence about a certain candidate, then they can basically push fake information about that candidate to make you dislike them. So we're seeing this massive spread of fake news, and we're also seeing this massive spread of people who believe fake news to be true. So this is a brand new phenomenon that's happening in larger and larger numbers, that people, because they've seen it over and over again, or because they've seen it posted by people that they trust, they don't really go back and look at the source or think twice about it, which is, very new information. This particular pie chart here is titled Most Commonly Visited Types of Internet News Sites. So a lot of people are getting their information on the internet, either through a web browser or through a cell phone. You'll notice the big darker blue is called an aggregator. An aggregator is a website that doesn't produce its own news, but it just gathers headlines from other news sites. So this would be an Apple News or a Google News. If you have an iPhone, your iPhone comes preset with news organizations in the Apple aggregator. You can go into your settings and pick and choose which news sites that you want to get information from. So if you haven't thought about that, you might want to go into your settings and change that. Make sure that you have some, more legitimate news organizations, and make sure that you have a blend of both liberal and conservative. You'll also see 29% of people are going to websites that are created by newspapers, so like the NewYorkTimes.com. Also, television stations have websites that are becoming more popular. And then there are very specific conservative media websites and liberal media websites as well.